Once upon a time, in a small village nestled deep within a dense forest, there lived a little girl named Red Scarf. She was known for her vibrant and cheerful personality, as well as her fondness for wearing a bright red scarf that her grandmother had lovingly knitted for her. Everywhere she went, Red Scarf's presence would brighten the day of those around her. One sunny morning, Red Scarf's mother called her into the kitchen. "My dear, your grandmother is feeling unwell. I need you to take this basket of freshly baked goodies to her," her mother said, handing her a woven basket filled with warm bread, jam, and a flask of hot tea. Red Scarf nodded eagerly, understanding the importance of taking care of loved ones. She wrapped her beloved red scarf around her neck and set off on the path that led to her grandmother's cottage. As Red Scarf walked through the forest, she noticed the birds singing joyfully and the flowers blooming in vibrant colors. However, something felt different that day. The usually familiar path seemed longer and more winding than usual. Unbeknownst to Red Scarf, a cunning wolf named Shadow lurked nearby. Shadow had heard about Red Scarf's kindness and her penchant for wearing a bright red scarf, which gave him an idea to trick her. The wolf swiftly ran ahead, taking a different path to reach Red Scarf's grandmother's cottage before her. He planned to disguise himself as the grandmother and deceive the innocent girl. Meanwhile, Red Scarf continued her journey, unaware of the danger that awaited her. As she neared the cottage, she noticed the front door slightly ajar. Puzzled, she pushed it open and entered, calling out, "Grandmother, I've brought some goodies for you." To her surprise, the figure in the bed turned around, revealing the cunning wolf, Shadow, wearing her grandmother's clothes. His eyes gleamed with mischief, but Red Scarf, ever so trusting, approached him innocently. "Grandmother, why do you have such big eyes?" Red Scarf asked, peering at Shadow. "The better to see you with, my dear," the wolf replied, trying to imitate her grandmother's voice. Red Scarf moved closer, noticing something else. "Grandmother, why do you have such big ears?" "The better to hear you with, my dear," the wolf replied again, growing more eager to devour her. Red Scarf's intuition kicked in, and she realized something was wrong. She took a step back and finally noticed the sharp teeth and menacing grin on the wolf's face. Fear coursed through her veins, but she did not let it paralyze her. She quickly devised a plan to outwit the wolf and save herself and her grandmother. "Grandmother, why do you have such a small mouth?" Red Scarf asked, her voice trembling slightly. The wolf, caught off guard by the unexpected question, replied, Well, the better to eat you with, my dear." Just as the wolf lunged towards her, Red Scarf swiftly dodged his grasp and dashed towards the window. With a burst of strength, she flung it open and shouted for help. The villagers, who had heard her cries, quickly rushed to the cottage. They chased away the wolf, who fled into the depths of the forest, defeated and hungry. Red Scarf, relieved and grateful for the villagers' help, embraced her grandmother tightly. They shared the warm bread, jam, and tea that Red Scarf had brought, celebrating their narrow escape. From that day forward, Red Scarf became known as the brave girl who outsmarted the cunning wolf. She continued to spread joy and kindness throughout the village, always wearing her red scarf as a symbol of her courage and resilience. And so, the tale of the girl with the red scarf and the cunning wolf became a legend, reminding everyone of the importance of staying vigilant and trusting their instincts, even in the face of danger.